I want to take it back to the word muddy. I really like when it was dark, and it's the same kind of thing working with energy. But I think in those moments, I think for me, I used to call it like a well. Like I felt like I was stuck in a well, and I remember I was very like masochistic. Like I would seek pain. That's the kind of like energy. At the time, I would feel like I wanted to seek pain, not in like or maybe in a self-harm way actually, but I'd do it through like, like strength sports. And I'm interested, especially because your job, your career is in strongman. In those moments, would you go to the gym and do like and just destroy yourself when you was in those muddy moments?
Yeah, so a lot of the time, yeah. I mean, a lot of those muddy moments were being offshore in the oil rigs, so I know probably a few people watching this that know me probably tell me I'm talking shite, but we used to work quite hard, 14, 15 hours a day. But I used to get up about 4 o'clock in the morning. I used to do cardio for an hour. I'd go to work, then I'd sometimes train at lunchtime, then I'd do my weights in the evening. And that was like every day for up to 3 weeks, so that was my pain, that was my way of feeling something, because I didn't have any way of knowing what was going on. I didn't know if I was depressed, I didn't know if I was like, I didn't really know what it was, but all I knew back then was that's what I had to do. Like if I didn't do that, if I had one day off, then I would be like just so guilty, and that's when that kind of nastiness came. I was like looking at myself, going, not impressed with myself because I couldn't do that. And then that was the same. It probably still is the same. I feel so good after going to the gym. I feel so good after I'm in that exposed to cold water. The colder water I can go into, the better. And it's probably a form of, I think through suffering comes great rewards. You're not going to go and I don't have that ability to wake up in the morning sometimes and just be happy, just tell myself, it's just time to be happy. I don't have that ability, and I don't know if many people do. So it's like proving to myself what I can put my body through. And I still think I am like that. I still think there's certain aspects to me that's what I need. And I think, if you realise it, or if you kind of say to myself, well, okay, what makes me happy? Cold water. I like going in the cold. That makes me happy. Having a really hard gym session, feeling really sore at the end of the week, come Friday evening when your body's like screaming, you're like, oh my God, and then you lie in bed and you're like, I'm okay now, I can chill this weekend because I deserve a little lie down. But yeah, I think it's probably, sometimes that's just ingrained in you, I think, from an early stage. And I don't know if I'll be able to, like, that's a worry for me sometimes, is when I stop strongman, stop competing, it's like, what then? It's like already you're thinking about doing, mad, like, when we're talking about pulling a truck for 100 miles, like, I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Because it's painful, you can't bullshit that, you can't, like, there's a lot of stuff out there that you can just bullshit and just do. It's like, I don't know, but like doing really hard stuff is something that kind of excites me. But maybe over time I'll learn just to be okay with going for a walk on the beach and going for a swim. I don't know, but yeah, at the moment it's certainly, I'm very aware of that. If I don't go to the gym for a few days, don't do any cold water, and I'm just lying around doing nothing. That's why I'm like on the weekend I struggle sometimes. So if I'm not doing anything Saturday, Sunday, that'll push me. Then I feel a little bit shitty on a Monday morning. That's what I felt a little bit today. But I guess it's just being aware of that. It's being aware of the things that, You know, it's like trigger signs or warnings. You know, it's like, well, you haven't done anything for 2 days, so you know you're going to feel shit tomorrow. So what do? Time to go for a swim, Luke. Don't be a lazy little f***. Let's go for a swim today. That'll make you feel better. And then you don't do it, and you're like, haha, told you you're going to feel shit. Let's have a good session. Okay, had a good session. Feel better tonight now. Thank you for making me feel mental. But I think it's just being aware, and I think that's something I've learned, or tried to anyway, be a bit more aware of things. So I don't have that muddy, overwhelming feeling too much. It still comes, but I've got the tools, I think, now to process it a little bit more and analyse it and say, right, okay, I'm going to stop that from happening. Don't be that waster that just sits in bed all day, and let's do something.
Today's video was made possible at Mulliganbrothers.com. If you want to support us, please head over there where you can get the new Momentum Ori poster. Use code STOIC at checkout for 10% off. But before that, let's dive into the final part of this video with Luke Stoltman. I know with that statement, there's a lot of balance. Like, you know, to have that on your shoulder at a certain time, like, you need to be able to find balance. You can't just dive into it. We spoke last night about the Shiheng Yu philosophy, that the Buddha hand, the demon hand, Buddha heart, which I see massively in you. I know everything that you decide to do, in my opinion, I think you do it for the good. Like, I do genuinely think that. But pre-competition, you know, I'd say backstage, pre-competition, like, I don't think demon hand is the word for it. Like, you are like possessed. Like, you're a different person. Well, you're not a different person. That's who you are. It's obviously it's always there. It's always present. And I'm just, what is going through your head at that point? Like, what is that? Who is that person?
Yeah, it's weird. Because I watch back, like say when I'm going up for like a heavy log or a heavy deadlift, whatever, and I'm like, fucking hell, that guy's intense. And I think a lot of people probably think it's like put on and, oh, you can't be that. But it's like, when I talk about energy, it's like that energy is just there, and you're like, oh, just give me something. Like, you need to, oh, like everything is just tight and not angry, but just energy. That's what I feel like a ball of energy sometimes. And like, that's my, like, you get some people that think, oh, strong man, you know, it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. But like, it's a privilege for me to be in these shows, man. It's like, how many people would sacrifice so much to be where I am? You know, so, excuse me, that doesn't, like, that's there in my head. So I'm like, right, I'm that person. I can be the world's strongest man. I need to do everything. So it sounds really bad sometimes, but like, when you're in that mindset, you just don't care. Like, nothing. The only thing you've got to care about is that next event. And, you know, as soon as that event's done, you're like, oh, that was good. That was all right. That was fine. And you kind of just change. But like, that's why I'm so, like, I feel like I'm electric. You know, when people watch me, like, I sense people get like when I'm doing a log press, like last year at Arnold's, like, I sensed that, like, electricity that was there. And then, you know, when I'm celebrating, ripping my shirt off, like, bro, that's me. You know, that's that kind of, that big ball of energy that's been building up.
Thank you so much to Luke for doing this with us. Thank you to Tom Stoltman, Luke Stoltman, Cushy, Sinead, Ben, the whole family, everybody who's been involved in this project, because we've been shooting a documentary for the last 3 years with the Stoltman brothers. Follow the Stoltman brothers documentary page for new updates that are going to be coming soon. The documentary is almost ready. It's a very powerful story, and I'm very, very excited for everybody to see it. If you want to support us and projects like the Stoltman Brothers documentary, please head over to Mulliganbrothers.com, where you can get the t-shirts, hoodies, and the journals, and the all-new Momentum Ori poster, an interactive poster to remind you that you're going to die. Use code STOIC at checkout for 10% off. Have a blessed and productive day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.